We left the hospital with a sheet of paper, basically, like, here's some grief resources. And no one even told us about the medical examiner. No one told us about CPS coming. No one told us about, any of this stuff. Obviously, you're just in a state of complete shock. And so luckily, we called Laura, I think that Monday after.
The organization really needs more awareness. Federal funding would be nice also, but I think that starts from awareness. We just need to get the word out there. People don't know what SUDC is. People don't know that this even happens.
That there is support and help there. Kind of like Susan G. Komen when you have cancer, or the Jimmy Fund. I mean, this is from Boston area, but when you get cancer, boom, you already know. There's support there, but when this happens, you're left kind of, it's unknown.
We really didn't know what to do or where to go, and we kind of started with, we went to some bereavement support groups, and everyone was very kind and very comforting, but no one really understood what we were going through, and I think everyone was as shocked to hear our story as we were to tell it.
A lot of these simple things that you don't consider until you've had a tragedy, I didn't grocery shop for 3 months. I did curbside pickup, or someone else did it for us, because it was a very vulnerable place. When you're in your home, you have control over who comes in and who doesn't. But when you're out and about, then you get sad eyes from everyone, or you get questions.
A lot of the problems with these situations are that agencies just don't talk to each other, and I think, and they're just not aware. So I think we had all of those things.
They kept all of his things hostage, like his passy that he had, the outfit that he wore to bed that they had to remove from him. When we went to the hospital, mind you, we had never lost anyone before like this, and so there's that moment when we as parents are like, we want to say goodbye to him, and so we want to give him a kiss. We were completely escorted we had 2 chaplains in the same room with us, a nurse, and 2 military police officers, and we couldn't even get near him.
Then nobody would talk to me. I don't know if they thought I hurt my child. I remember he was crying, and I was just desperate to connect with somebody, and nobody would even look at us. We had a priest that was sent to us. A social worker finally came several hours later, but there was the nurses, the doctor told us, I'm so sorry, he's dead, and that was it. And we were left in a room with a police officer and our dead child, and it was the most loneliest feeling. I just felt like somebody could have talked back to us.
I was kind of bombarded with different theories and questions from doctors and families and friends, and wanting to know, how was he sleeping?
Not having the social skills that they need to communicate to us that this is a very unusual situation where a healthy child dies. I think most people get suspicious, which is fine, but we hadn't gone there in our minds yet. We were still, this isn't real, they're gonna get him to breathe again. It's all gonna be fine because this doesn't happen to people. He's too old for SIDS. This doesn't happen.
It just makes a bad situation worse. And in theory, I understand why it's done. It's an unexplained death of a child. But when you're grieving and shocked and scared and all these other emotions, those kind of investigations just make everything 100 times worse.
We had no idea how to navigate this path, and who to talk to, and how to get the answers we needed, and our medical examiner, how to contact them, what questions to ask them. And the foundation really helped us in terms of communicating with the medical examiner with us, giving us the information, offering to go over the autopsy with us.
All of us are trying to drive the cause to find answers to help other families worldwide, because we know the pain of losing a child, and we don't want other people to go through the same thing.
People need to learn more about what this is, so that you do end up in an emergency room. First responders are there. It's nice to kind of have this in your back pocket to say, here's this group, they may be able to help you.
Those are the kind of services, the family support, the advocacy that I can't speak enough about. Like I said, it saved us.